Hello Superset maniacs and welcome back to my channel. Crazy stuff happening in the classic division prejudging. Before the show started, these three were the big favorites. Chris Bumstead, the 5-time and current champion, and his two biggest threats, Ramon Dino, who finished second behind Chris for the past 2 years, and Wesley Vissers, the winner of the Arnold Classic. But guess what? Neither of them were in the same call-out. Wesley shockingly made only the third call-out, Ramon made the second call-out, while Chris obviously made the first call-out together with Kalecinsky, who on paper was the fourth favorite, and Mike Sommerfeld, the huge surprise at this year's Olympia, who leapfrogged basically all favorites, threatening C-Bum, because I have a feeling he is in the top 2. Now, at the beginning of the compulsories, we actually had a multiple-man first call-out, which included Wesley, Ramon, Breon as well, but after Steve went through all 58 competitors with different call-outs, yes, you heard that right, 58. After that, they made the final call-outs as I mentioned in the beginning. So yes guys, crazy stuff happening in the classic physique division. Your top 3 is clear and fighting for the 4th spot are Ramon and Breon probably. And I believe Breon should outplace Ramon, who was sweating like crazy. I have never seen anything like that. The moment he heard he's not in the same call out with Chris, you could tell by the body language that he was destroyed mentally. Now next I wanna focus on the top 3 because we might have some more surprises here. Not even Chris Bumstead looks safe at this point. I've seen comments on Instagram about his quads. I believe I've seen Louis Marco noticing an issue with C-Bum's right quad. There's something going on there. Let's get through the mandatories of these top 3 first call out to see what we got for the prejudging. The front double biceps is going to Chris Bumstead. He doesn't look at his all-time best. I think he's not as dry as we're used to from him, and there's also the quad uncertainty, but one thing's for sure, his biceps never looked as good as now, and in this call out he actually wins the arms. Mike has the better taper, but at least from this photo he looks a bit softer than Chris overall. As for Urs, he improved on this pose as he promised, but still, he's not at the level of C-Bum, and I would even go on and put him in third here, behind Mike as well. In the side chest, Kalecinsky doesn't benefit from the best angle here, but he's definitely third. Both C-Bum and Mike are more polished overall, and between the two, obviously C-Bum is the favorite, but Mike knocks at that door and he means it. He's not that far behind. Now from the back, I thought Mike was first. He even beat Chris Bumstead. He's got a very powerful back. It looks thicker and wider than Chris's, and what I also noticed is that he was the only one with shredded glutes in this call out. As for Urs, again, I see him as a distant third in this pose. Before I continue, over 74% of you watching my content in the last 28 days haven't subscribed. Imagine where we'd be if just half of you hit that button. It costs you nothing. Let's hit 30k subs. Thank you and God bless. The abs and thighs is another pose where I believe Mike threatens Chris Bumstead. C-Bum's abs looked a bit more washed out than usual, and his quads are not the best this prejudging, whereas Mike has a very defined midsection and incredible quad development with the most impressive sweeps in this lineup. Urs deserves a mention for his incredibly deep cut quads and also very detailed midsection. As they look in this photo, Chris might actually get last, but I don't think he was fully locked here. And also when he hits the vacuum, he is number 1 by far. The favorite classic pose is hard to judge. What I could see during the live stream is that Urs emulated almost every time the poses Chris Bumstead hit, and he was getting beat every time. As for Mike's front lat spread here, it looks amazing, but Chris would destroy him with his own front lat spread. As a quick conclusion after watching the classic physique prejudging, I have Chris Bumstead in first, Mike Sommerfeld in second, and Urs Kalecinsky in third. What do you guys think about this crazy prejudging round in the classic division? Where will Ramon and Wesley land at this year's Olympia? Based on the prejudging, Ramon is 4th or 5th and Wesley is 7th or 8th. Like the video, subscribe to stay updated, and see you in the next video.